Fire signs, hi, welcome into the reading. Glad you are here. I hope everyone is doing well. So in this video today, we are going to take a look at your love and relationship energy as it stands at this time. There is no time frame for this reading. So whenever you come across this video, if it calls to you, hopefully you find some type of clarity, perspective, insight, direction, truth in today's message. So as you can see, there are 3 different piles, one for each of the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I haven't done a love reading video for you guys in quite a while, especially one like this. So I think this is a first series that I'm doing of this type. So if you enjoy it, if you get something out of it, if you want to see more of these types of readings from me specifically, click the like button. Let me know how you like it. If you want to see more of these. So that way I can continue to do that. I'm not too sure how they are going to go. So I'm just giving it a try, and I hope that I have some fun with it. And I hope that you guys have fun with it as well. If it doesn't relate to your situation, please don't force it to. I can't read for every single person out there, but hopefully it does provide you with some sort of message today, okay? And again, subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. If you're interested in one-on-one readings, I do those. My email address is in the description of the video. You can just shoot me an email and I'll get back to you. Other than that, let's get started. So again, these are the 3 fire signs. I'm just going to randomly assign them to each pile. And then we'll get started with this one. We'll save these 2. Check out the timestamps. All right, so we're starting off with Leo. All right, and I have this little card here. It says fire. Fire is one of the 4 elements. In the tarot deck, fire aligns with wands. In astrology, it is represented by Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Fire is the trickster of the elements and is symbolic of passion and creativity. It's the first time I've really heard it called trickster, actually. All right, so Leo, welcome into your reading. Hopefully, again, you get some message out of today's reading. So you have the card of be the hunter, not the hunted. Okay, and the number 8 for you. Right away, this is telling me that if you are interested in someone, there is action and initiative that needs to be taken on your part. Maybe you are the one that's used to being courted or followed, right, by your person. But there's something about your dynamic with your person that it's asking for you to put some effort into it. Okay. 8 here, in my opinion, is really good for compatibility and relationship energy. There is a lot of depth and passion as it relates to this person or you and this person in your dynamic, because the number 8 makes me feel that way. So there's going deep, going within, going into the depths of the person's psyche or them, yours. And so there could be maybe one of you is just more dark in general, right? Like maybe there's an element of the dark arts, or just a little shadowy, just a little introverted, maybe not as boisterous and out in the open as a typical Leo is. I don't know if this is you and, the type of person you are, or this is your other person. If it is your other person, I do feel that this is a big reason why it is asking for you to do the work, because this person is not, okay? This person may be a little bit more introverted and just is aware of the dynamics of the relationship. I do feel that if you are dealing with a person like this, they want to see what you're made of, and they are observing you very intensely here with the owl. I do think that this person has psychic sense or intuitive abilities that they have really connected with. There's a lot of wisdom and knowledge that this person comes with. So just be careful that, how you are presenting yourself, this person sees it and is aware of it. And even though they may act like they aren't, I'm telling you, they are. They are aware of you. If you don't think that they are, and they are observing your actions and your behavior. Okay, this is FYI. I feel that super, super strongly for whoever it is I'm picking up on today. This card here, I may or may not be able to show it. It depends on the depiction. I just wanted to add it to the pile so I get a reference for myself of what the sexual energy is. Okay, yeah, I can show this one. So you have the card of awareness. So it's number 16. This is Moon in Scorpio. Like I said, this person is very deep and observant, okay? Very strategic as well. There's an allure. Is that the right word? Allure. There's a magnetism. You know, there's something about them that just attracts you and you want to go toward them. And they don't really put a lot of effort into that. It's just who they are, how they are. You know, they understand their sexual energy. They exude sexual energy here with the Moon in Scorpio. Even if they don't have the Moon in Scorpio, realistically, there's something about their sexual attraction and being attractive that is very pronounced here. Okay, they do get a lot of attention, but I don't think that they're the type that really goes out to get it. They are the type that attracts it. And this could be you that I'm also referring to as well. It doesn't have to be your other person. It could be you that is this way. So a Leo with some scorpionic, watery type of energy within your birth chart. Maybe you have strong Pluto placements as well. You know, Moon, Pluto transits or aspects, something like that. Venus as well. So yeah, I mean, it's just very sensual, very sexual, but also at the same time, a little witchy, a little wise. And you or whoever this is knows the capability that, you know, you have as it relates to how you affect other people. All right. You know, from a sexual standpoint. Okay. So let's get this card here. This is the honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So if you just met this person, you may have met them while you were out having a good time, while you were traveling. If you are looking to attract someone, going out of your city, of your state, and traveling abroad may help as well. You meet someone there. I think that if you are dealing with this person already, the time that the two of you have alone, maybe, you know, sightseeing, visiting. I'm getting strongly that somebody here visits each other in hotels. Okay. So I don't know if this is like a long distance relationship or not, but you do have a really good time when you are in the presence of this person. You know, not only the sexual component here, but also just having a good time sightseeing and experiencing and going on adventures and things like that. If you are in a relationship, maybe this is a sign for you to get your partner and just plan a vacation or, you know, do something out of the ordinary that is not within the city limits. Get out and, you know, go and experience something different together. And I think that will bring you closer together. All right, let's take a look at your energy here. Pull some tarot. So you're starting off with the 5 of Wands, the 3 of Swords. What is happening? The Fool and the Ace of Wands. So this is telling me that there is a need for a fresh, brand new start. All right. They have, and you can reverse the roles if needed, the Death card. Oh, I thought this was like good enough. We'll make it work. The Death card, the 2 of Cups, the Hermit, and the Wheel of Fortune. There's a lot going on between the both of you and within your dynamic here, guys. All right. And I'm sure you know that already, whichever Leo I'm picking up on. And again, if this isn't your reading, please don't force it to be. But there's definitely some heartache and some heartbreak happening here. I mean, there is a sense of loss, betrayal, pain, you know. going through a breakup, I'm feeling here with the Five of Wands and the Three of Swords put together, and just really needing to identify that this is for the best. And, you know, there needs to be a brand new start here with the Fool and the Ace of Wands together. So whether this is a brand new start outside of the relationship, as though you broke up with the person or they broke up with you, or if you are in a marriage or long-term committed relationship, this could be a brand new start between you and your person. But for some reason, there has been betrayal and some type of separation here. All right. This betrayal could have happened when somebody was away. But it's also telling me that in order to reconcile this relationship, that you need to get away. All right. You need to get away and get out of your day-to-day environment in order to either heal from this situation or come closer together and fix your problems here. There's something about being aware about how you come across. I do feel a little bit of jealousy here. On their side, they want change and transformation when it comes to the relationship. Now, this could be change and transformation within your relationship, or just not the same type of relationship. Like whoever is on this side is looking for something healthier, you know. I think that they are going within, they're learning some lessons here, and they know that there was some mistakes. They know that things turned out, you know, wrong, but it's all for a reason. It's all for a lesson. They're trying to gain some wisdom and some experience here with the Hermit in order for them to make a change and to, you know, continue to move on in some way, but not without this shadow work, this dark healing, you know, going within and understanding why things played out the way they played out. Somebody here lost love. That's very, very obvious. Somebody is just putting it away, you know, sort of like mourning the person as though they're never coming back. There was passion, there was connection, there was love. But for some reason, it just didn't happen. It was like two people, you know, were just somebody, I don't know. It's like someone was caught, someone knew about something that the other person did or was doing. The situation that led you here is not coming up today. At the same time, be the hunter, not the hunted. You know, this individual, which I'm guessing is you, knows the truth, has the wisdom, knows enough to realize that this is not working out, right? That this is not supposed to be, you know, there was betrayal, there was heartache, whatever, trying to move on here with this person. Over here, there's also transformation and healing on this side, learning the lessons and also trying to move on. And I think that how you can best heal is to get away and really work on. So the moon in Scorpio, you don't have to have this placement, right? But I just want to talk about it a little bit. I mean, this is obsessive energy, okay? This is, what is it, like the femme fatale, or, you know, the jealous lover, something like that. I don't know if another person came in between that exuded all of this sexual energy and was a test, like a catalyst to test your relationship, and someone failed that test. But I could also see it as someone within this dynamic is this way, is very, very sexual and, maybe a little promiscuous and, trying to commit and have a healthy, long-standing relationship while maintaining these types of behaviors is not easy to do, because that does instill jealousy and, mistrust and security, right? Like self-secure, insecure type of feelings within the other person as well. So maybe there was just always this thing of like, just not trusting someone's motives because they are so sensual and so sexual here. But at the same time, there's an obsessive, possessive quality that somebody here had as well. So it's just a lot of friction, nothing that I feel that is very smooth sailing. And it's like, have the wisdom to know when to call it quits, have the wisdom to know that this was a lesson. What can this person here more so is thinking to themselves, what can they do differently next time, right? Like certain behaviors and characteristics that they have when they are in relationship, they know that they have to change in order to create and build a solid, healthy relationship in the future. The advice for the person on this side. So there is your luminary. You have the sun, the strength and empowerment, comfort zone, south node, and clinging. Their side, they have Pluto, transformation here, as we know, with the death card, and freeing themselves, taking a leap and creating opportunities here with Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, very much in line. I think that this person on this side needs to see that maybe there's patterns in your dynamic, your character, how you show up in relationship, or the type of person that you attract that may need to change in order to attract a more healthy relationship in the future, if that is what you want to do. But yeah, whoever this is looking for a way out, is already out. They are looking for, they're at the new start at this point. They're not going, especially if this is the Leo side, the Leo is not going to linger here in this really sad, dark, melancholic, poor me type of energy. I mean, they may for a little bit, but at some point they empower themselves and they pick themselves up and, move forward. And the comfort zone, the clinging, the south node is just telling me that it's time to get away from, what once was, and move toward your north node, which is your future and the direction that you need to be going toward. Here, obviously, there's some transformation. There's a lot of healing and shadow work being done on this side. And once this happens, I think that this person will be able to free themselves from some of these traumas as well. But you may not hear from them for quite a while. And I do think that once they come out of this hermit-like state, they're going to be very, very, very different in who they are, what they're looking for, how they show up in relationship. I think that they are going through a huge, huge transformative moment in their life. And I think that this relationship was the catalyst for that. So at the end of the day, as I always say, relationships, people that we come in contact with, that we have relationships with, are they come into our environment, into our existence, in order for us to learn things about ourselves. And they usually are catalysts for growth, for wisdom, for ascension in some way. All right. So, hopefully there's no hard feelings between the both of you. Hopefully you were able to just accept that this was not the best thing and move on. And I'm also getting for a few of you as well. Both of you there's two people coming from this situation, right? Like the situation that I'm explaining, there's one person that is coming from that type of relationship, and there is another person that's coming from that type of relationship separately. Okay. And somewhere in the middle, you go to a foreign place, you get away, you travel, and the both of you come together and meet in some way. All right. So that's something else that I am picking up on. So I can be speaking about two people that have recently gone through this dynamic with other people and are going to meet up and meet each other in the near future in a foreign place. Alrighty. So that is for the Leo. Hopefully that helped, gave you some type of perspective. Okay, let's go to the next sign. Let's see who this is. Aries. And for you, you have diving for light. The number 11, which is clearly a partnership number here. Okay. Diving for light. There's a lot that I'm getting with this card. One is the emotional aspect of it with the water droplets. Somebody here, it feels as though they're in the depths of emotion. And I think I also picked up on that for the Aries October reading. It was more emotional than I'm used to reading for the Aries. And that did catch me off guard a little bit. So I remember it. But there could be a lot of emotion coming through at this point. And I do think that somebody here is, I don't know who this is, and you assign the roles as needed, but the masculine energy doesn't have to be a literal male, but whoever exudes the more masculine side, the masculine qualities, is coming through strongly as well here. And it's telling me that the masculine is actually the one that is nurturing this partnership and nurturing this relationship in some way. So whoever it is that is the provider, the protector, the one that makes sure that the family and the home is being taken care of, the bills are being paid, the one who works, makes ends meet, from a mundane perspective, that person, okay, is the one that is the nurturer, is the more emotional, sensitive one here. And it's okay. I think that we all have our phases. If you're not as sensitive as I am making it out to be at this point, I think that, it's okay to have a phase, even though that's not your overall character. But there is something about being in the depths and wanting to come out and breathe air, wanting to come out of the water and taking a deep breath and a sigh of relief, or a sigh that you're out of the dark. I do feel heavy energy, like somebody has a lot of pressure on their shoulders, maybe has a lot of responsibility, obligation, everything is falling on this one person. And it's also this thing of that you want to be loved. You want to be nourished as well. You want to be held. How much more can you go being the strong one? And is there light at the end of the tunnel here? Your love card or your relationship card is express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. You think that you want someone to express their love to you for sure. If you are just meeting this person, maybe you are gaining feelings for them, or them you. But the advice here is to communicate and show somebody how you feel about them, or them you. I think that this is this is the green light, right? It's safe to do so. And again, somebody is wanting to just be held and to feel safe themselves. They provide all of the safety most of the time, but now it's they need it in return. They need to know that they are accepted and loved unconditionally, and that someone has their back, and that if they fall, somebody is there to pick them up. And if your person doesn't know that you're feeling that way, this is an indicator that it's okay for you to express that and let them know, and vice versa. If it is your person that is feeling this way, this is telling you that, hey, like maybe you should make some time to talk to your partner and see how they're feeling, and, you know, what they need from you, what they need from their relationship. What does the heart need at this time? But yeah, it just feels like very heavy, very tired, and, you know, lonely. I do think that if whoever it is that is in a relationship here with the Aries group, if you're in a relationship, you feel lonely. Okay. All right, let's see what this card says. Remember, I may or may not be able to show it. Okay, good. So this is the card of Wrath, and it is the number 29, and this is Mars. So this is your ruling planet. What this is making me feel is your relationship history has been really hard and challenging, not just with this person, but just in general. Like, you've always been the one to hold the family up, to hold the relationship up. And there's a little bit of resentment here coming through. And it's like, if this is the same person that you've been with for so long and you've gone through so much with them, and, you know, it's always you doing all of the work or whatever, you're starting to resent them, right? And it's a matter of, you don't feel like you are safe with them, or like they have your back, or you can depend on them, which is something that you want to feel. If this is a new relationship, but your history with other people has been less than great, right? And, you know, you may have some resentment. You want to be careful that you are not bringing that resentment onto this new person in this new relationship. And I do feel that for some of you, that whoever is in a new relationship, you see early signs of the same dynamics. Early signs are coming through strong here. Like, you just started to date this person, or you haven't been with them for too long, maybe like less than a year. But you're starting to see where they're taking advantage of you. You're starting to see where they are not doing as much as they were in the beginning of the relationship. And it's very similar to past relationships that you've been in. So, you know, your red flags are turning on at this time. Tarot for you are the Four of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Eight of Wands. Yeah, I mean, this stability, the dependability, the loyalty, the devotion, like, where is all that at? Like, do people even act that way still, you know? Like, this is something that somebody here is thinking. Like, why aren't people devoted, loyal anymore? You know, where did all of the good, moral, ethical people go? The people that, you know, say they're in a commitment and actually act like it. They have the Four of Wands, the Five of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Page of Wands. And this could be vice versa, okay? So this could be you, this could be them. We'll see. Yeah, that side that I just gave, right? Like, oh, like, I don't know. Like, whoever is over here is just like, just waking up every day, doing the things they're supposed to do, very monotonous, very routine-like, not satisfied, not alive. You know, what happened to the passion? What happened to the excitement and the flirtation and, you know, putting each other, like, being conscientious of one another and thinking about each other? I don't know. It just feels like that is missing. And I think somebody is secretly thinking here about freeing themselves and and making a decision or a choice here with the Two of Wands. You know, just weighing the options, and it's just like, is this worth it? Is this not? Whoever this is as well is capable, and there is a high potential of making a rash decision, a spontaneous choice, like something last minute. And maybe it's just like you woke up one day and you're like, enough, and it's just, you're off to the next thing, or you're making a move, or something like that. You're looking for not only the passion, the excitement, the fun, the adventure, but also someone who you can trust and be devoted to. It's almost as though if you felt that you can trust this person and that they showed up and you can depend on them, then you can maybe deal with the monotony, right? But having monotony plus a lack of dependability and trust here, like that just doesn't, like, that's too much, you know? And on their side, I think that, I don't know, it's just this weird interchange of being, how can I say, like, satisfied with the home life, but at the same time, emotionally not satisfied. You know, like they're comfortable. Somebody is in their comfort zone here. But they also feel this lack emotionally, this emptiness, this missing piece here from an emotional standpoint. I think that there is love. They're just a little immature and not very experienced at relationship. They're not experienced at what it takes to be there for someone else. The Daughter of Scepters, or the Page of Wands here, is making me feel like somebody is just a little immature, but loves. There's love and immaturity here together. I don't think that they're at a point where you are. Yes, they feel some loneliness and something is missing, but like I said, they're not capable at this time of fixing that. And maybe they depend on this person to do all of the fixing here. I think at the end of the day, it's a matter of communication and talking to one another and opening those doors of like, hey, this is where I stand. This is how I see things. This is, you know, how do you see things? How do you feel? This is what we have to do. It makes me feel very like there's no growth. There's no movement. It's just very staid. Like, you know, there's nothing going on. And there's some resentment stirring up at the bottom here somewhere. Even this card of the express your love and go ahead and make a romantic gesture. I don't even know how well you will take that, just because I don't feel a connection. I mean, the 10 of Cups is here though, right? Like there has to be some love. I don't know. I feel like they, and you as well, like maybe things are fine, but no one's really working at it. No one's giving each other attention. You know, maybe there's some unspoken stuff that hasn't been said. So how are the both of you supposed to expect to know what each other is feeling if you're not speaking on it? You know, I think just with some more open communication, that'll help and go a long way. On your side, the advice here, you have thoughts, isolation, past, lack, suffering. They have attraction, Mars, hot, rebirth. It's almost as though being like overly sensitive. And I was saying that for the Aries October reading as well, because at this time, you know, if you're listening in 2024 in October, November, Mars is in Cancer. And, you know, with the sign of Cancer, I mean, it rules, it's water, right? It's the ocean. There's emotional depth here, but it's very touchy and it's very overly sensitive, especially when Mars is in play, because Mars is going to represent how someone's temperament is, right? Like how they express their feelings, their desires, things like that. And with it being in Cancer, it's like a very passive aggressive type. And maybe you're not necessarily like this all the time, but there's something about this time of year or this time of life in this relationship where you find yourself feeling something, but being unable to express it directly. Right. And so maybe you're overthinking something, or you're taking something too personal, and, you know, it's just overly sensitive or something like that, because Cancer can be that way. Past lack, suffering. It's like this poor me, you know, why don't you love me? Why don't you look at me? Why aren't you there for me? Type of energy. And no offense to Cancers out there, you know, I mean, hopefully you have identified these parts of yourself and worked on it. But yeah, I mean, they could be like that, right? Or the Cancer energy can be like that if you're not careful and you're not working on it. And then for them, the attraction, Mars, hot, rebirth, winter. I don't know. I mean, something can change in the month of winter in the season of winter. During the cold days, there could be some hot, passionate nights, right? That you and your partner have. And I think their advice is to get out of their sadness as well and really show that they love you, or that they love this person here with the 10 of Cups. They don't know how, okay? At the end of the day, if you're thinking to yourself, like, why don't they love me or whatever, they don't know how to effectively show you, and they don't know how to show you in a way that you can receive it. But they are happy. I think that they feel sad that maybe they make you feel sad. But the answer on their side is to show you the attraction, show you the love, the passion. You know, I think that is going to help. They have to do that in order to make you feel secure in the relationship. Somebody here needs reassurance for sure. Alrighty. Hopefully that helps somebody. That was for Aries. All right, let's go into Sagittarius, last but certainly not least. Okay. And you have what you want wants you. Yes. What you want wants you. So the Sagittarius, whatever. You do have the reassurance, okay? Which is great. So number 16, breaking down to a 7. I don't know. It just makes me feel there's something forming here. There is form taking place. And this could be form in the material world, right? So something is developing, something is brewing. You have wished, you have hoped, you have prayed, you have wanted, you have looked up at the sky and, you know, talked to the clouds and daydreamed and, you know, all of that regarding love, regarding a person, regarding relationship, acceptance, you know, all of those things. And it's happening. It feels like you are attracting what you want. What you want is being attracted to you. Oh my goodness, I can't. Literally attraction. Sagittarius, you are on the right path at this time. Whatever it is that you're doing, it is definitely working. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're supposed to be doing this right now. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Absolutely. Being completely aware, right? Like that is always the trick here. That is the secret. Like aware of your thoughts, aware of your vibe, of the frequency you're exuding, you know, being present in the moment. taking things slow, right? Being conscious of every thought and every feeling. If you go low into the low vibe, you catch it. And it's just like, nope, reel yourself back in, because you're constantly working on forming and creating this relationship, this love, this attraction, whatever it is, right? And you know that if you vibe and if you change your frequency that is outside of, you know, anything that has to do with your relationship and your love life, that you're going to lose momentum as it relates to forming this relationship. So when you find yourself going low, having bad thoughts or being pessimistic and negative or anything like that, you're reeling yourself back in. And if you're not, you should. I cannot show this picture. Hope you don't see it. But it is the card of Triumph, the number 9, and this is the Sun in Leo. For some of you, I'm going to put it like this just so it stays there. But for some of you, there is energy around you trying to attract someone specifically, and you feel that there's competition. Okay, just based off of what this card represented, like the depiction of the card. I did see that. But it's like you're winning. Okay, you are coming out on top. You are standing out of the rest. For some of you, if you are in a committed relationship already, you have definitely, how can I say, like you are not the same typical type of person that your partner has been with in the past. Like you stand out, you're different, your relationship is different. And if you are in a committed relationship, it makes me feel like you wanted this person. Well, obviously, right? Like that's what happens when you are courting someone and dating, but you wanted the person, you got them, right? Like you got what you wanted. You got the person you wanted. You triumphed here. So maybe you feel that, you know, for those of you in a committed relationship, like your person is everything that you wanted, like you got a trophy or you got, I don't know, lucky, right? Like you got lucky here. Speaking of Sagittarius and your luck, right? So definitely taking care of that. And like I said, this card definitely makes me feel like you are intentionally building and forming this relationship. So you're cherishing that and you are, is this still going? Okay, sorry. I have the screen here and it just glitched on me. So I just wanted to make sure that I was still recording. What was I saying? Yeah, like there's a lot of intention and awareness with what you are doing and how you are building this love relationship at this time. All right, so in your personal energy, or the other, we'll see, you have the 5 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Cups. They have the Ace of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the High Priestess. All right. So what is it that has you saddened? Why are you sad, Sagittarius? 5 of Cups represents loss. A little bit of, being alone, lonely energy. Do you feel lonely in this relationship? I don't know if this is crooked or not. I apologize if it is. There's like a guard that you have up. Okay, so something to keep in mind. I don't know if you are aware of it or not. All right, but this is definitely telling me with these 2 cards here is that your baggage, your emotional baggage, the experiences that you've had, the losses, the letdowns, have created a wall, and there's a reason why these cards are coming up. Okay, there may be, conversations that you and your partner are going to have or are having in these days that require you to open up. And it's really hard for you to do that at this time. But it is identifying, if anything, if it's not communicating with your partner, it's definitely identifying that, you do have a wall there, and how is that affecting your ability to create and form this relationship, or how is that affecting your ability to attract what it is that you are wanting to attract? Yes, what you want wants you, right? But are you hindering the process here? Can it be better, right? Can you show up better than what it already is if you were to bring that wall down and let go and be vulnerable with your heart, right? Allow yourself to really love and dive in completely into this relationship or into this feeling of loving this person, and also receiving love from them as well. I do think that you really admire them. I think you're very attracted to them. You're going after what you want, right? So if you don't have this person yet, you're definitely trying your best. And you're being honest, you're being truthful, you're being direct, you have intention, like I said earlier. And you know what you want. You want this. You have a lot of feelings for this person. But maybe there's something about you that's scared that you're going to get hurt. Okay. You don't want to feel that pain. You don't want to be alone at the end of the day. You don't want to lose them. So you are being very protective of them as well. There's a lot of vulnerability here. Like, I feel a lot of compassion for you and how you're feeling. Like, this is making me feel like, I don't know, like telling you it's going to be okay. Try, be a little risky, be a little brave, take it a step further, go a step deeper, go a little bit further in. You'll be all right. Take the risk. Bring the wall down little by little by little, It doesn't have to be all at once. And then for your partner over here, I think that there is reciprocal energy. I think that they feel as much for you as you feel for them. I think that they're very attracted to you. There's a lot of passion here with the Ace of Wands. The Six of Pentacles is give and take, right? I give to you, you give to me. There's an equal interchange here of affection, love, attraction, right? So there's a good balance. And I think that there's something about them that is also protective. And if you don't think that they see you, and the fact that you have this wall and you have this sensitivity and vulnerability underneath, they do. They definitely do. All right. There is a sense of protection here. They protect you as well. They are overprotective of you. But also with the Priestess, they are all knowing. They have that extra sense, that sixth sense. They intuit very well. They use their senses very well. They pick up on your mannerisms, the words that you say, the words that you don't say, all of these things tell them more and more about you. So, but at the same time, I don't think that there's anything to be scared of. Like I said, with the Six of Pentacles, they know that there's some sensitivity underneath, and they are cherishing that, taking care of it, if that makes sense. King of Swords, they may come across cold or distant or just not as lovey-dovey, but that's just their manner. That's just how they are, I think that there's a lot of passion and fire underneath, but they're logical, practical, realistic. They they don't forget that they have to think with their head, right? Like, it's not all about the emotion. It's not all about the passion. Like, there is an element to them, you know, they're balanced. They have a good head on their shoulders. They have common sense, right? They're practical. Even though they're very intuitive and sensitive to their surroundings, even though they have a lot of passion and attraction for you, you know, but you can depend on that, right? You can depend on a King of Swords to not judge and to be detached in a way where you feel comfortable and accepted, right? The advice is alchemy and ancestor guides, chemistry and passion, guarded and vulnerability, Mercury messages, travel, communication. The advice for them I'm picking up here is when they see that you are guarded and feel a little vulnerable, it's all in how they communicate that is going to help. And maybe there's more communication that they can do in order to show you and make you feel accepted and safe. You know, on your side, just to continue working on alchemizing and building this relationship and this love that you want. Show the passion, the attraction that you have for them. Work on creating and maintaining that chemistry and the bond, you know, the attraction that you have for one another. I think that by alchemize, like if you want to alchemize and create this bond, it has a lot to do with tapping into the frequency of your passion and your chemistry together. All right. So when you are feeling that sexual energy and that connection, even if it's not in the bedroom, there could still be that sexual attraction outside. When you feel that and the both of you connect in that way, it creates and more it alchemizes this. And again, for them, it's just a matter of being more vocal and making, like, telling you, or in some way through word, through messages, through Mercury, that, you know, that they're there, right? Maybe just a little bit more nurturing when it comes to how they communicate with you will help a lot when you are guarded and vulnerable, you know. And maybe they have a little bit of that as well, just because it's coming out on their side. And if they do, the King of Swords can have that, then they should open up as well. So maybe if they open up about their what has them guarded, maybe that'll help you in return. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that is it for today's reading, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and took something out of today's message. I hope it helped in some way. Again, if you enjoy these types of love readings, just give the video a like and let me know. So that way I know that it was something that, you know, you want to see. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.